In this video tutorial, I am going to look at how to complete a review section in the report builder. However, before I walk you through the section, I just wanted to remind you that within Genovo, recommendations in respect to existing plans are dealt with in review sections. New plan recommendations are dealt with in recommendation sections, and the recommendation of an investment strategy for a new plan or a revised investment strategy for an existing plan is dealt with in the recommended investment strategy section. This is the sixth in a series of 9 videos that walk you through the process of creating a report from start to finish. So, if you haven't already done so, you may want to watch the previous videos in the series before watching this one, as this picks up from where the last one left off. Although this video focuses on how to review an existing investment within the review of your existing investments section, a lot of the concepts that I'm going to highlight are common to all review sections in Genovo. The first step of any review section is the plan summary step. It's here that you can add as much or as little information about the plans that you want to review in your report. To add a plan, click Add Plan. I would highlight that you do not have to complete all fields. Certain fields may not be relevant or required, and if you leave a field blank, it won't show in the plan summary table. At the bottom of the Add Plan window, you'll be prompted to add or select a current investment strategy for the plan. However, I would stress that it is not compulsory, and there may be a good reason why you don't want or need to. For example, the plan type may not support an investment strategy, or the advice scenario may not require one. In such an instance, just leave the current investment strategy field on Please Select, and no information about the plan's investment strategy will be included in your report. However, if you do add a current investment strategy for a plan, details of the underlying investments included will be displayed within a table under the subheading Current Investment Strategy in the review section of your report. There are 3 ways you can create a current investment strategy for a plan. Create a new current investment strategy from scratch. Select an existing current investment strategy that's already been created for another plan in that report. Clone and then edit an existing current investment strategy. You'll find everything you need to know about current investment strategies in the article entitled An Overview of Investment Strategies in the Genovo Knowledge Base. The next step is Current Plan Charges. This has been designed to allow you to summarize the current charges of the plans clearly and concisely, and in a format the client can easily understand. To add the charges of a plan, simply click the edit pencil and enter the relevant charges as either a percentage or a monetary value. On entering the percentage charge, the monetary charge will be automatically calculated for you, but this can be overwritten if required. The total of all the constituent charges is automatically calculated for you as well. To help speed up the report building process, it is also possible to copy down the charges from one plan to the plan directly below it. This is particularly useful when you're reviewing a number of plans with the same or similar charging structure. To copy down the charges, simply click the Copy Down Charges icon. On clicking Next Step, you'll be taken to the Recommended Action step. This is where you should confirm what action you are recommending for each plan. Each review section has different recommended actions, but it's also worth noting that different plans within the same review section may also have different recommended actions. For example, there are a different set of recommended actions for a regular savings plan, as there are for a stocks and shares ISA. We've created a useful tool to aid your understanding of this step. It's called the Genovo Recommended Actions Matrix, and you can access it by clicking on this Click Here link. The matrix provides a summary of the recommended actions that are available in the various review sections, with guidance as to when to select them, and confirmation of which, if any of the 3 conditional steps or 4 plan comparison steps will be triggered when you do. You will need to click on the edit pencil to select the relevant recommended actions for a plan, and then click the Add Advice Reasons hyperlink to select the reasons for each recommended action. As with all such steps in Genovo, a number of standard options are included to help speed up the report building process, but these are all fully editable, or you can add your own as required. To add a custom option, click Add Advice Reason. Having added your custom wording, you have a few options. You can just add it to this report. Add it to this report and save it to your advice options and reasons library, so it's available for use in future reports. Or, if you are an account admin of a multi-user company plan, add it to this report, save it to your library, and share it with the team. The first of 3 conditional steps is recommended withdrawal. This step is triggered when a recommendation is being made in the recommended action step to take a new withdrawal. In this instance, an income from one of the plans being reviewed. To include details of the income that is going to be taken, click the edit pencil, include the amount and confirm the payment frequency. Much like the previous step, the recommended contribution step is a conditional step that is triggered when a recommendation is being made to invest an additional contribution into one of the plans being reviewed. To include details of the top-up contribution, click the edit pencil and enter the amount in the relevant field. The last of the 3 conditional steps is the revised plan charges step. This step is triggered when the recommended action results in a change to the future charges of a plan, and it allows you to clearly demonstrate the impact the new recommendation will have on the plan's charges moving forward. To save time, you can copy across the plan's charges from the current plan charges step into this step by clicking this icon. You can then add or edit the charges as required, and the monetary and total charge amounts will be automatically recalculated to reflect any changes to the plan's charges, as well as any monies being invested in or withdrawn from the plan. Next, it's the key disadvantages and tax implications step. Highlighting any possible disadvantages associated with your advice is one of 3 core elements that must be covered off within a suitability report, as stated in COBS 9.4.7. At this point, it is important to note that in our humble opinion, a disadvantage is different to a risk warning. For us, a disadvantage is a matter of fact. For example, a charge of £500 will be applied on the encashment of your investment, whereas a risk warning is a potential negative outcome. For example, there is no guarantee that the new investment strategy will perform better than your current investment strategy. To help speed up the report building process, all relevant risk warnings, specific to the advice you are giving, will be automatically inserted into a standalone risk warnings section in your reports. However, you should always highlight any client-specific disadvantages and tax implications associated with your recommendations, and it's in this step that you can do this. Once again, a number of editable options are included for your convenience, and they are also categorized so you can quickly find what you're looking for. You can also add your own, add it to your library and categorize it as required. Next, we have the plan comparison steps. It is within these steps that you are prompted to compare the charges and performance of the client's existing and recommended alternative plan, in line with FCA requirements. The output from these steps is inserted in the dedicated plan comparison section, in the appendix of the report. The plan comparison steps are only triggered when a replacement business-related recommended action, such as transfer or encash and reinvest proceeds, is selected for a plan. The first of the plan comparison steps is the plan charges comparison step. This has been designed to allow you to quantify the difference in the total annual charges of the existing plan and the new plan you are recommending to replace it, so it's crystal clear whether the new plan offers better or worse value in terms of ongoing charges. The difference in monetary terms will be automatically calculated for you, and both the percentage and monetary figures will be displayed within the plan comparison section of your report. This is an optional step, so if you do not enter a number in the field, no reference to this charge comparison will be included in the plan comparison section of your report. Next, we have the reduction in yield step. This is designed to complement the previous step and allows you to go a little deeper with your charges comparison and compare on a like-for-like basis all the charges of the existing and recommended alternative plans, including any initial charges associated with the recommended new plan. Here at Genovo, we believe a reduction in yield comparison is the best approach to satisfying the FCA's requirement to compare charges when recommending replacement business. What's more, the use of a reduction in yield comparison was also highlighted as good practice in their original guidance paper. However, we do appreciate that a compliant comparison of charges can also be achieved through a projection of benefits comparison. And hence we have created a solution that allows our users to include a projection of benefits instead of, or in addition, to a reduction in yield comparison in their reports. This link will take you to an article in our knowledge base, which provides step-by-step instructions as to how you can configure your Genovo account to reflect the output of two of the most popular providers of projection analysis software, O&M, and Select a Pension. The last of the plan comparison steps is performance. If the main driving factor for replacing the existing plan is improved performance, the FCA would certainly expect you to provide a comparison of the performance of the current investment strategy and the recommended alternative, and this step has been designed to allow you to do just that. There are a number of options available to you as to how you present your performance comparison. You can include performance data in a tabular format, include a performance comparison graph, or include both. To add performance data for the existing and recommended alternative plans, as well as a relevant benchmark, click on the edit icon. Again, there is no compulsion to complete all fields, so any columns or fields left blank will not be included in the performance comparison table that gets rendered in your report. There is also a text box at the bottom of the page where you can add any additional commentary regarding the performance of the plans or an image of a performance comparison graph should you wish. It's easy to add an image, just paste it into the text box using Ctrl+V just like you would do in Word. However, if improved performance isn't the main driving factor for your recommendation, and you don't feel this step is relevant, then you can skip it, and no mention of a performance comparison will be included in the plan comparison section of your report. Click Next Step and that's another section complete. The final step is section complete. On clicking the tick or the link underneath, you'll be returned to the report builder where you'll notice a tick now appears next to the section name to indicate that section is complete. In this video, I have looked at the steps you will progress through when completing an investment review section for a replacement business report. However, it is worth remembering that there are a number of other report types in Genovo, and when a different report type or advice scenario is selected, you may find that not all of these steps will be triggered in the review section. We've created a handy resource called the Summary of Wizard Section Steps Matrix to help with your understanding of this, and it can be accessed via this link within the report builder. It provides a summary of the steps you will find in each wizard section for the different report types. That concludes this video tutorial on how to complete a review section. I hope it's proved useful.